Hello Pokemon fans, today I'm going to show you how to create a custom Pokemon TCG collection. I know a lot of you are like me and enjoy collecting Pokemon cards, and want to find a way to effectively display them and create a collection that feels specific to you. So the first step to creating a great Pokemon card collection is deciding what era or set you want to collect from, and focus on that specific set of cards until you have a substantial amount of cards to work with. For me personally, I like to work on the classic sets, Jungle and Fossil. For classic card fans, these two sets are great for beginners due to their lower set counts and a great nostalgic art style. But obviously a collection is something that has to be special to you, so it will be a completely subjective choice when deciding what types of cards to collect. If you have an existing Pokemon card collection or box of random cards in your attic, I suggest organizing them by set and evaluating which set you have the most cards in. This can help you decide what set you are closer to completing and which one you want to focus on. For anyone who is new to this process, there is a set logo located on the card that indicates the set it originates from, as well as its number in the total set count. Organize the card according to this icon. Once you have your cards organized, I would suggest using an app or program to help keep track of which cards you have in each set. The app I use is called Pokélector for iOS. It has all of the Pokemon sets that you can scroll through and mark off cards as you acquire them. It will show you how much of the set you have collected, as well as allowing you to filter the set by which card you are missing. I really like it, and I know there is an Android equivalent that basically does the same thing. This becomes extensively useful when shopping for individual cards, since you can mark them off as soon as you make the purchase and prevents the common mistake of buying duplicate cards that you don't need. Which leads me into my next step in the process, finding your next card. There are definitely a few avenues to choose from when looking for additional cards to add to your collection. It all really comes down to a couple of key things. How much money do you have to throw at the hobby? How quickly do you want to finish the set? And how hard are you willing to look? Buying Pokemon cards obviously requires disposable income. My main advice would be to purchase cards at a responsible rate in which you can afford. Go in with a predetermined amount of money that you want to spend at one time, or just focus on several specific cards. Once you have at least one of these things in mind, it's time to start the actual hunt. The easiest way of finding Pokemon cards you need is obviously through online avenues such as eBay or other card purchasing sites. Buying cards online is definitely the fastest way of growing your collection and requires the least amount of effort, but it's not exactly the method that I would suggest for the bulk of your purchases. As with collecting any type of merchandise, half of the enjoyment comes from the actual process of acquiring the items. The thrill of coming across that piece that you desperately need is something that is hard to simulate by selecting cards online. I would recommend this method for the more experienced card collector that are looking to add just a few specific cards to their collection. For newcomers to collecting, I would suggest spending more time filling out your collection and limit your use of online purchases as much as possible. The general rule here is less is better when using the internet to fill your binders. The best method to use when searching for cards, in my opinion, is hunting down cards in physical shops or places such as thrift stores and flea markets. Try to locate stores that carry selections of single cards that you can look through at your own pace. A lot of card shops and game shops will have a box or two of individually marked cards that you can request to look through. This allows you to pick out cards that you need while at the same time looking at cards that you may want to add to your collection at a later time. This also gives you a chance to compare cards that you are having a hard time choosing between, especially if they are on the more pricey side. There's something about actually having the cards in your hands and seeing the quality and features up close that can't be matched when viewing them on a screen. As you start acquiring more and more cards from your desired set, you can start setting up your method of displaying them. The most common way to store and display cards is by using a binder or card sleeve. There are a lot of options online for pre-constructed card binders, many of them being Pokémon themed. You can also set up your own using any 3-ring binder and individual card sheets purchased at Walmart or any card shop. Card binders allow you to easily store them on a shelf for convenient access and viewing. My suggestion when selecting card pages is to purchase a small quantity at first to ensure that your cards fit properly. Some types of sleeves that I've purchased in the past have not held my cards tightly, causing them to fall out easily, which is obviously a problem when dealing with vintage cards. You want a sleeve that can firmly hold 2 cards without dumping them out or bending them in any way. I hope all of you enjoyed this video covering the Pokemon card game and will consider subscribing to my channel. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.